Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
we're fine, and you?
Fine.
I'm very well. Oh, you're still sideways. You're the other way sideways now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to see each other, but
We
it's
we
quite difficult.
Does that for you?
we want to find the good position,
I
but
love it. It's so fun to talk to two people. I often do it with just one, and it's sometimes like, I don't know, it's a lot of fun when we have two people on here. So welcome and thank you for doing this with me. I'm so excited to talk to you. Would you start by introducing yourselves?
Yeah, maybe my dad is the right person to introduce us. I don't know. So this is Thierry Daulhiac, the seventh generation of wine grower in this country, this area of Bergerac, and our chateau is Chateau Le Payral.
yes, it's a small property, family property,
Hmm.
and we have 15 hectares
Okay.
of vineyard,
Okay.
half of white and half of red, and we are in the southwest, of course, of France, in near Bordeaux, in the little appellation of Bergerac, and we have a special appellation. It's Saussignac.
Mhm.
So it's a sweet, it's a young sweet appellation.
That's awesome.
And my boy,
Yeah, and I'm for maybe the eighth generation.
voilà,
We don't know yet, but
perhaps,
maybe later.
he's a student in business.
Yeah, business school in Bordeaux.
Voilà.
And yeah, I'm here to help my dad because he speaks very well about wine and I speak English, so we can we can help each other.
This is awesome. I'm thrilled. It's made me very happy to talk to both of you. So my first question to either of you really, I always think of Bergerac, it's so close to Bordeaux, but it's in the,
Yeah.
can you explain just how it really belongs in the Dordogne rather than belonging to Bordeaux?
La différence, c'est ça? Ouais. Ah, ouais, alors tu vas expliquer peut-être. Ma soon explain.
I'm the
Euh,
official traducer.
non, mais alors c'est vrai qu'on est sur les mêmes cépages en fait. Euh, we have the same grapes,
Uh-huh.
but we are very far as the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
More far, on est plus loin en fait de
Ouais,
l'océan.
very far from the ocean, you know. Bordeaux is pretty close to Atlantic Ocean,
Yeah.
but
Ouais.
between the ocean and us, there is more than 150 kilometers, I think.
Ma-
Yeah, so basically the ça marche plus.
Ah non.
Do you hear us?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, it's not the same climate,
Okay.
the same weather. It's more continental, you know.
Okay.
So maybe less differences and less
Donc,
wind.
donc les saisons sont plus longues en fait.
Yeah, so je sais pas. So yeah, it's
Seasons are more
seasons
long.
are more longer and
Donc en fait, on a plus de temps pour arriver aux maturités. C'est-à-dire la saison commence plus tôt et finit beaucoup plus
Some
tard.
longer.
yeah, so it's more time. There is more time between the beginning of the maturation and the end
I
of the maturation. So yeah,
Et
it's
ça,
the major difference.
voilà. Et après, on est du coup, par rapport à la moyenne de Bordeaux, on est plus haut en altitude aussi du coup.
Yeah,
Plus on s'éloigne de l'océan, plus on monte. Donc on est
yeah, we more high from the ocean.
okay.
We are between I think 50 meters.
Okay.
ouais, 50 jusqu'à entre 50 et 100.
Yeah, between 50 and 100 meters
Voilà, donc on peut
from the
avoir
ocean.
no, so we can have a more contrast between the day and the night.
Oh,
Voilà.
okay. That I have been to Bergerac a few times. I am friends with a few people there. Marie-Pierre Temignon at the agency,
Yeah.
a friend, and Anne Lataste previous. So I've been and I love the area. And you drive through Bordeaux, but I've also come down
Yeah.
through to Dordogne, and it has this melange for me of where it belongs. So that's a very good explanation. So when when you make the dry red or white, it's appellation Bergerac, but when it's sweet, it's appellation Saussignac.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay. And what
Yes.
are the grapes you use?
Oh, classic grapes in we have a in dry. We have a Semillon in white. Excuse me. We have a Semillon, Sauvignon, Muscadel, and in our property, I work also with Grey Sauvignon.
Okay.
For me, I think it's a very interesting grapes, Grey Sauvignon. And in red, we have Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and also Malbec.
Okay.
Voilà, classic grapes.
Now the other question: who does your label? Very there's a drawing on there, and the way the writing is handwritten, it's very charming. Who does your labels?
Les étiquettes, je pense.
Yeah.
Oui, et là,
Qui fait tes étiquettes?
ah, my wife.
Oh, she does. For part of
Yeah. She works, and now we have a reflection to change also traditional range.
Okay, but I
to change the
very
levels.
and they stand out, so it's something to. I think they're great. Can you?
That's a tough part of being of doing this job, because my dad's doing some stuff that we're learning in business school or in other it's not just agriculture and do things. They are working really hard, and they send us the new labels and says, what do you think about that? And every day we have like 3 new labels, and all the family know that, like, this is maybe they ask more than 50%. I think that's
Yeah, but and very small changes, and you're like, I can't even see the difference. But when you do that,
yeah
very precise.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They see everything.
But that's for you studying business. It's it's not just making the wine. Then you have to sell the wine, and you have to go some marketing and some consumer outreach and things like that. So again, I appreciate you doing this with me and talking to us about that. So I know that your sweet wine in Saussignac is from botrytis, but where does the fog come from? Like in Bordeaux, it's the Garonne and the Ciron, hot or warm and cold water clashing, that makes the fog. Where does the fog come from in Saussignac?
So near, en fait, à côté, on a la Dordogne.
So yeah, pretty close. We have the Dordogne, which is our river.
Mais aussi, on a des sols, en fait, avec beaucoup d'argile. Très argileux. Clay.
Yeah, so clay.
We have soil with a big proportion of clay, and clay give also weight.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Weight climate.
Wet climate, yeah.
And
comes off the river.
Yeah, excuse my English.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The same thing that causes the botrytis in Montbazillac, exactly the same, or it's further along?
Yeah. Okay. Of course, it's the same. We are in the we have very close Montbazillac.
Okay.
Yeah. We have the same situation, but the soil is a little different.
Okay.
And we have mince calcaire. More calcaire of Castillon.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. Limestone.
Yeah, voilà.
Castillon is between Bordeaux and our region.
And voilà, this soil give more acidity also.
Okay, that's
a good acidity.
Actually, where are you actually right now? Are you in a courtyard, or are you in the edge of the estate or the chateau?
Yeah, this is our house, as you can see.
Beautiful.
And yeah, we've got some fish here, but you can't see that. We are the vegetation.
Okay.
And
so yeah, la cour.
Yeah. So yeah, this is our cottage.
Voilà,
I don't know if you see everything, but yeah, that's our paradise, I think.
Yeah, very. And you said
we have a
8 generations.
Excuse.
Can you tell a little bit about the history of the chateau?
Oh,
This chateau, well, this house especially, or
non, mais la famille, en
or
fait,
The estate.
l'histoire de la
yeah,
famille. The property come from my grandmother,
Okay.
and so I'm the seventh generation. But at the beginning of course, we can just speak about farm,
Mm-hmm.
because of course you have vineyards, but you have also cows and pigs and voilà, and other animals and a little cereals, and voilà. Of so it's a classic farm, and with the time, with time, now we are especially with only vineyards.
Okay. And how long ago did you switch from being a farm to just vineyard?
comment t'as changé de simplement ferme
Ah,
à vigneron?
and my father also have cows and vineyards, and when when I began, I just work with vineyards, and also the vines, and also the business of the wine
Okay. So,
at the beginning, and I began in 1992. Voilà.
okay. Can you give a very, very broad description of Bergerac as a region, and then specifically your estate within the region? There's some people that just joined who might not be familiar with Bergerac, although James, I know you are.
Donc, expliquer plus sur la
Ouais, t'as
situation ici.
décrire Bergerac, et spécialement, et après toi, South Question.
Alors ouais. Ben, on peut dire que bon, en fait, si on compare Bergerac à Bordeaux, c'est 10 fois plus petit en surface et en vigneron.
Okay, so the major difference between Bordeaux and Bergerac is the size in the first way, because it's 10 times
And
Bordeaux is bigger, is 10 times bigger than Bergerac. So yeah, this is the biggest difference. Of course, the
et dire à l'origine, Bergerac, c'est d'abord vraiment une appellation de blanc.
So yeah, in the first time, Bergerac was only a white region.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
most of the time, journalists, after testing, speaking first about our dry and its sweet wine. Yeah, rather special soil with a character to white wine. And you have in sweet wine, you have Montbazillac, Saussignac, Rosette. You have Aumont-Ravel, Côte de Montravel. Voilà. And voilà. In first, I think, voilà. Ouais, c'est la première spécialité.
Yeah, and it was the first, and after you know what it is, you have to evolve.
Et reparler en fait de ce contraste, en fait. Le fait que, comme on est très éloigné de l'océan, qu'on est plus continental, qu'on est plus haut, on a voilà on a plus de contraste entre les journées, les journées et les nuits, et donc on peut avoir toujours de plus belles expressions en fait de fruits et d'acidité.
So yeah, as we said before about the climate and the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
it means that we have more contrast in our day.
Okay.
Between the day and the night.
I mean between the day and the night.
And this situation give more fruity and more acidity in the wine.
Okay.
So so
you're further.
That's the biggest.
You're a little bit higher, and that allows you to have longer days, cooler nights, warmer days, and more maturation.
Yeah. And
Speak about
in more long time.
Organic is very growing in popularity in Bergerac, isn't it?
Yeah. Now I think more of 20% of Bergerac appellation is in organic. Yeah, and it's very, very good.
And especially in Saussignac.
And in Saussignac, in the little appellation of Saussignac, we are perhaps 24 one grower.
Uh-huh.
perhaps, and more of half of this wine are in organic,
But that's
or in biodynamic
that's
also now.
growing, right? Because Caro Feely has become a friend from doing this.
Yeah,
She mentioned it's a very strong movement in Saussignac especially.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
does that make it very much more difficult for the sweet wine when there's to be organic? Because I know that biodynamism is helping Chateau Clémence, but is it an extra difficulty or is it easier to make the sweet wine with organic?
Alors, we produce sweet wine with all the vines,
Okay.
and it's easier. It's easy. It's easier. Excuse my English. It's easier to oui, enfin de conduire. Je sais pas comment on dit de conduire un vignoble en.
Conduct or drive?
Yeah.
Drives.
Ouais, drive vines in organic.
Okay.
With old vines, it isn't difficult. It's easier.
Okay.
It's more complex with the red grapes. They are more plus sensible, merci. More sensibility
Ouais, yeah.
with mildew,
Mm-hmm.
with ale. And now, now actually, the pressure of mildew is very, very high.
Okay.
And now we can find mildew on the grapes of Merlot.
Right.
Merlot is have a big sensibility with this hill, and we have a battle. We have a battle now with this hill. So with the Semillon and with all Semillon, it's easier. Yeah,
So, because I think on your website you said organic helps to fight the battle of mildew. It's better with organic.
Yeah.
Attends,
C'est plus facile pour se battre contre la maladie. Yeah, you know, my dad talks always about osteopathy,
Yeah.
and he says, when you have some kids and we have our dog here.
Coucou.
She wants to join the video. So and he says, when you have a kid and you give him every medical that you can, it's not gonna be a Taos boy or girl. It's not gonna be a and sorry, there is my.
And on that.
Non, on la voit pas?
Yeah, he said he's trying to.
Our dog.
And so yeah, but when you do some osteopathy, you don't have to give him a lot of medicals,
Right.
and you just have to prepare it during the whole year.
Yeah.
And you won't have to to give as much as medical thing. And this is the same things with wine and with the and with grapes. I won't say that my dad that doesn't work, but he works more efficiently.
Okay.
More efficient. He works more, but more efficiently too. And so sometimes he has less difficulties than other wine grower in conventional. I don't know if you say in this way in English as conventional.
Yeah.
And this is because he works before. He works before and efficiently. I think this is the word, efficiently.
Yeah.
When our sons were very young, in the winter time, they eat a lot of soap, and all the time.
We don't like it,
but they'll never be ill.
But get sick.
Yeah.
And Paul said, "Whoa, my friend stay at home because they are ill," and said, "We are never ill."
And
they're not happy.
And as you can see right now, it worked.
Exactly.
So it's the same, and it's the reason also we are in biodynamic, because it's the most important is our soil and the health, on peut dire la santé.
Yeah.
Healthy.
And the health of our
The
soil,
health. Yeah.
it's the most important.
Yeah.
Be, before to speak about the vines, we do speak about the soil and the quality of the soil and the vitality of course of the soil. And after we speak about the vines, the grapes, and the vinification do be easier. It's a philosophy. Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense. You have a vin rouge qui est appelé Loup.
Yeah.
Where does the name Loup?
In red and
Yeah.
Yeah. Lu, it's like the, but for our language, before language, for the, I think your grandmother spoke that way. It's called the Occitan.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's the regional language.
the original language. Yes, we don't say le, we say lu.
Which
Voilà.
is the, and Payral means also something.
Okay.
And because this wine is our natural range wine,
Okay.
in red and in white, and we think it's at the beginning,
Mhm.
my perhaps not my grandfather, but before they make natural wine,
I see.
and to give this name Lupera is return of origin.
Yeah,
Wine.
and Payral means how do Payral, c'est pierre.
Oui,
Stone?
stone.
Stone, the soil of stone, something like that.
That makes sense. That's super cool. I didn't know that. So, your Saussignac is Cuvée Marie-Jeanne. Who is Marie-Jeanne?
Yeah, my grandmother.
Okay. That's
Marie-Jeanne was my grandmother, and we don't produce this cuvée each vintage. Only the best vintage.
okay. But
The most concentration.
do you make Saussignac every year? You make sweet wine, or also all your Saussignac is Marie-Jeanne only in special years?
Alors, we have two different cuvées in Saussignac. More first cuvée, first Saussignac, easy to drink, very fruity, to drink in short time,
Okay.
in 2 hours, in two years, excuse me. And after, voilà, I have my very top cuvée, Saussignac, cuvée Marie-Jeanne, and we with more concentration, and you can keep perhaps 20 or 30 or 40 years without problem. And we have all the vintage we can open, and so, it's very right, and voilà.
As you can see, it's all about family.
Exactly. That's very nice to see, actually. So how do you drink the Saussignac? In Bordeaux and Sauternes, you would have it as an aperitif, or maybe on Sunday with a chicken. How do you drink Saussignac in Saussignac?
So the two sorts of Saussignac. Ouais, allez, tu vas parler. On a créé vraiment la cuvée, ce qu'on appelle cuvée fleurie. On l'a créé justement pour faire un Saussignac qu'on peut boire très facilement. Donc c'est vrai qu'en fait, sur des sucrés salés à ce moment-là. Sur des plats en sucré salé.
Yeah, so the second one, the second Saussignac is the new one, and which is easier to drink, because that's the thing with Saussignac. It's quite hard to drink it, and this one is maybe easier. So this is the cuvée fleurie, and this one you can drink it with a normal plate, with a normal, like with sugar or salt, and
savory.
The other one with
duck with orange, or
the first one or the second one?
Oui, cuvée fleurie, moi je parle.
Yeah, the first one. So cuvée fleurie with duck with orange.
Ouais, or sugar and oui, sucré salé. Sugar and salt.
Yeah, sugar and salt in the same plate. I don't know what is the expression for that.
Yeah, sweet and salty.
And for the other one, maybe aperitif 2 fishes maybe.
Oh no 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 no
No,
no no no
no,
no
no,
no
no, no, no.
aperitif or
Yeah,
with
aperitif.
dessert or foie gras.
Okay.
And sometimes the old vintage
Yeah.
we have vintage of the same vintage the same year.
Yeah, we drink some Saussignac from my birth year for my birthdays and for my little brother too. We do that.
That's
and they give wine with big character, so you can drink in digestive.
okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I'll let you go in a couple of minutes, but what is the cuisine of Bergerac and of the Dordogne? Because people aren't so familiar with that around here. Can you just talk about the food of the region in general?
La cuisine
Oui.
de la région.
Oui, ça j'ai bien compris. Mais il y avait le lien avec le Saussignac? Non, il y avait le lien
Yeah,
avec le vin?
so you want us to give some link between the plates and the wine, or just the plates of our region?
Just to tell about the food in the region, what's
Okay.
from there.
Ah,
So yeah, duck,
le duck.
foie gras, a lot.
Foie gras, les cèpes, forcément. Je sais pas
Yeah,
comment
some mushrooms. I
Yeah.
don't know cep. I don't know how do you say that.
Well, it's
But
but it's a cep mushroom. We call it the same. But walnut.
Yeah,
voilà.
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't hear you.
Les noix. Walnut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of noix, nuts. We say nuts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of nuts,
Et
and
pruneaux,
between nuts in desserts too. It's quite famous in desserts,
Yeah.
nuts, and
alors.
also
Pruneaux, après, en fait.
Do you get much truffle
yeah.
from Périgord? Les truffes.
Yeah, les truffes too. It's well, another part of Périgord, but yeah, it's in our region too, and yeah, it's quite famous. Sarlat, and
Oh, mais c'est pas du canard.
yeah, so I think duck is the most the first thing to say, and after that, well, you have to come to.
Well, I'm
Marie-Pierre.
definitely coming back, and I'm going to come and find you next time because I
Okay.
spend much time in
Perfect.
Saussignac. So I'm definitely coming back, and I will find you. So I will let you go, but it has been very, very nice to chat with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot, and so see you next time.
I hope so.
Till next time.
Bye. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.